There are a lot of home office videos online that focus on aesthetics, RGB lights, trendy furniture, and setups that look great on camera, but fall apart during real work. This video is not that. Today, I want to walk you through how I actually set up my home office, why I made the decisions that I did, and what matters if you care about reliability, efficiency, and consistency, not just how things look on Instagram. Before we get into specifics, this setup is specifically designed for IT professionals, people working from home full-time, or really anyone who needs a workspace that works every day, not just when filming. This is not a gaming setup or a minimalist showcase, it's a work environment. Every decision in this room follows a few basic principles. For me, it was to reduce friction, minimize setup time, maximize reliability, and avoid unnecessary complexity. If something slows me down, breaks the flow, or requires constant adjustment, it just doesn't belong here. That mindset matters more than one specific product. So the desk here, this is the foundation of everything. I built a custom desk using a pre-treated butcher block countertop from Home Depot and simple legs from Amazon. I chose this approach for a few reasons. One, I wanted a large surface area for real work. Two, I wanted solid material that doesn't flex. I also wanted it to be easy to modify or replace later. This gives me space for dual monitors, peripherals, paperwork, and filming gear without feeling cramped. One thing I'd do differently if I were rebuilding this desk would be to maybe add some sort of crossbar or support underneath. There's a slight left to right wobble, nothing dramatic, but it's noticeable. It's a good reminder that rigidity matters just as much as surface size. As you can see, I run this dual monitor setup, and this is great for IT work, troubleshooting, video editing, and multitasking. One screen is typically dedicated for active work, while the other handles reference materials, dashboards, or monitoring tools. This setup reduces constant window switching and keeps the context visible for me. Another thing worth mentioning is that the monitor arms or mounts that I chose work well overall, but they also have kind of a slight wobble. They're functional, but if I were choosing again, I'd prioritize mounts with more rigidity, especially for larger monitors. Now, I have a few desk accessories from a company called Bololo. This includes this monitor shelf here. I also have the headphone holder, an iPad mount, and I have these little small drawers, and I use these for loose items. Now, the reason I chose this is because this is a modular product. I'm not sure how well you can see it. I can show you some of the features, but it's a shelf that I can put a few items on. It's got these little drawers for smaller items. So, I like to put little hard drives or cards, things like that in here. I've got the headphone mount over here. And so it's cool because it just lets me mount some accessories directly onto the desk. And for me, I'm going for tidy and functional. I like that everything has a place, which helps to reduce visual noise and mental overload. It's worth mentioning the lighting setup that I have in here. I have this mounted and positioned so that it's fast and easy to set up and consistent. And that was the goal. I don't want to spend time relighting every time I sit down to record one of these videos or take a call. For this channel especially, the lighting needs to be reliable, repeatable, and low effort. The best lighting setup is one that you don't have to think about. Now, we can also talk about the computer. The PC itself is powerful enough to handle editing, multitasking, virtual machines, and screen recording. But more importantly, it's stable. I don't chase bleeding edge upgrades unless they're a real productivity benefit. Downtime costs more than significantly older hardware. Here's a quick rundown on some of the specs that are in this computer. The processor is the Intel Core i9-12900K, and I've paired that with the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 Ti graphics card. I've got 64 gigabytes of DDR5 memory. I have about 8 terabytes of NVMe SSD storage. This setup works great, and I've had no issues with this computer. Another thing that I focused on is cable management. Now, I wanted clean cabling so that I can easily switch out my peripherals in case I need to replace something, but also it's just a much cleaner approach to a desk setup. So I basically got a little cable mount system below where I've used cable ties to basically mount everything up underneath the desk. And then I've got all those cables managed to where they enter into the back of the PC. I'll attach a quick picture so you guys can see. The reason that I haven't changed much is because this setup does what it's supposed to do. It's fast to use, it doesn't fight me, it supports long work sessions, and it's predictable. And I think that's what a professional workspace should be. Constantly changing gear may be a sign that the fundamentals weren't right in the first place. If you're setting up your own home office, we recommend focusing less on copying specific products and more on asking, does this reduce friction? Does this make my work easier? Will this make sense a year from now? These questions matter far more than desk aesthetics, in my opinion. A good home office isn't about perfection, it's about reliability. We recommend building something that supports your work, not something that demands your attention. All right, so that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys have any questions about this setup, feel free to drop those in the comments below, and we'll get back with you as soon as we can. If you're interested in purchasing Microsoft Office, Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows Server, or a wide variety of other Microsoft software at a great price, be sure to check out Indigo Software. We'll have all the links down below. As our channel continues to grow, we're constantly looking for new video topic ideas. If you have any ideas of your own, we'd love to know what those are. Most viewer commented video requests get made into actual videos on our channel. Lastly, a like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated as it helps to support the channel. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.